Hello everybody, this is Yolanda Roos and you're watching Body, Mind, and Soul. This is a video for the Leo Collective for the week. I do these usually Friday and Saturday nights. Sorry, my allergies are bothering me. We do a Celtic cross, which is the situation at hand for what's going to be on the challenge, the situation, kind of a focal point. And then I do cards that I've pulled today, and they will be what's happening past, present, future, your home, and so forth. So in your Celtic cross, your situation is the Page of Swords in reverse, which is dealing with deception, manipulation, and all talk. So it's just lies. It's just crap. You might be dealing with stuff that's not true, or people manipulating you to do the things that they want, something of that sort. And the overall energy is going to be self-centeredness, jealousy, and smothering. Okay. So you got some stuff you might have to be careful with this. And self-centeredness could also be focused. That's manipulation in a sense because it's focusing on what you want. So that's the overall energy. But this could be you or somebody doing it to you. Okay, so take that at hand. For the past, you have Nine of Swords, which is some anxiety, hopelessness, trauma. That's probably stuff you've been dealing with in the last week or so. Probably like just not knowing what to do. I know that I've been feeling a little anxious and trying to just deal with everything, not knowing when it's going to open up, or being in your house where normally I was in my house and I don't mind being in my house, but I would go out to work and come back. The present is King of Cups, which is coldness, moodiness, and bad advice. So that could be coming to you, bad advice, or there could be people around you that are just crotchety. They're just grumpy. They're just, ugh. That could be, I feel like this week you're going to have grumpy people. So get ready, or somebody's just like wanting things their way, or they're just having some bad times. Future is going to be Five of Pentacles, which is need, poverty, insecurity. So there's going to be some issues dealing with your finances, you or someone you're directly dealing with, insecurity and issues of not being, I really feel it's insecurity. I think you are just, we don't know what's happening. And the Leo as a whole, I feel like you're going to either be needing money, because this week is going to show also, I don't know if the checks are coming through or unemployment or whatever, but you're going to start feeling, if 2 weeks have gone by and you haven't really made any money and you're living without, it's going to create a need, poverty, and a little insecurity. This is probably either, it could be this week coming up into the end of the month, because time is linear when it comes to like reading for stuff. So dealing with this situation of deception, manipulation, all talk, that Page of Swords, it's dealing with the Hangman in reverse, which is stalling, needless sacrifice, fear of sacrifice. So this is what you're aware of. You could be dragging something out, or not really being honest about something, or just kind of like not wanting to deal with the sacrifice. It's like just not doing anything. You're just kind of like, I don't want to deal with it, la 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 la, I don't hear anything, that type of an energy. And below, which means the things that are subconscious, or things that are under the surface that you don't really realize, or you may, is Knight of Swords, which is action, impulsiveness, defending beliefs. So this deception and all talk could be, underneath it all, it's an impulsiveness or defending. You might be, maybe you're saying stuff, or maybe someone around you saying stuff because they're just trying to defend what they believe, or they're just like, they can't help themselves. They just spit things out. There's some people that just don't have filters. They just talk and they say things. So if there's anxiety or there's coldness or crankiness, people could come out and just like, rah, and say things to you. So just be prepared. It might be a little anxious for the week, or you might have moody people around you. So just be patient. Do the best that you can with it. So you involved in it. Oh, well, maybe you're the selfish one. Insecure. You're going to be dealing with your own issues, and the Queen of Wands in reverse deals with selfishness, jealousy, insecurity. So you could be part of the problem, and I feel like you could be dealing with your personal things and how you feel about it. Feeling insecure, it's you personally. And selfishness, like I said in one of the other videos, it's not necessarily meaning you're being selfish and you're being bad. It's that you are focusing on yourself. Self-centered. You are focusing on how you feel. The outside energy is death, and rebirth in the reverse, which is a fear of change, holding on, stagnation, decay. That's where I'm thinking you have what you're aware of with this situation, with this deception, manipulation, all talk, is that you're holding on to something that isn't really, I feel like somebody's deceiving you, or you're being deceptive because you're just holding on because you don't want to deal with the change, the negative. If it's a relationship, I feel like you're just talking shit to keep yourself going. Sorry, I don't mean to curse, but you're just talking a lot of poo so you can stay with that person, and you don't know what you want to do and you're holding on, but you know deep down that you really don't feel that way for the person, and vice versa. Somebody could be feeling like that to you. You could be in a relationship where somebody's just telling you what you want to hear. They're grumpy, but they're just telling you what you want to hear to stay because they don't know what to do. Maybe they're in a situation where they can't take care of themselves. So your hopes and fear is strength in the reverse. So you're having self-doubt, weakness, and insecurity as your fear. You've got a lot of insecurity. Something is going on that's making you feel insecure, or the person that you're directly involved with is feeling insecure, especially if you are the one that's in a grumpy, moody, cranky mood. And then it says your outcome is the Chariot in the reverse. And that is a lack of control, lack of direction, and aggression. So with all this energy that's going on, you could see not balance. You could see some fiery stuff, and insecurity will create some fiery stuff that comes about. So you need to realize what's happening. You need to pray for wisdom. You need to be careful not to be aggressive or to be impulsive, because sometimes we say things and do things in the moment of heat or anger, and we might kind of feel that way, but you can't take words back once you've said them. So please be very careful with that. The advice for you, which is through the good tarot that I do, it says the Empress, which is equivalent to fertility, which is creation, basically. And it said, this is a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experience. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. So I feel like you are either living in denial or something is going to happen, and it's okay. The new you is going to be really, really good or better, and you are struggling to let go of the old person to bring in the new person, because I feel like you're going to have like resistance. Like somebody's going to say that's not you, or I want you to be like this, or if you're going to be like that, then I can't stay. That's manipulation. And you need to be that person that you're supposed to be. And I think that this new version of you, this new growth, like Aries it just started this new zodiac year. Aries is about new things. And this is a new year. And guys, we're going through a major change with humanity with this viral thing. And there's definitely new things and new feelings and people that are going to change majorly during this quarantine. So your cards that I pulled for today, we have past, present, and future. Your past is observer. So in the past, I think you were looking at things. You were checking things out. You were just looking around your life and seeing things. And then your present card, which is going to be for this week, is There's No Place Like Home. This is talking about everything, like the animals, the family. It's going to be a good week that way for your home and the people that you're connected with. I feel like that's where you're going to be connected, because the King of Cups could be coldness and moodiness and bad advice, but that doesn't mean that the people in your inner circle, there could be someone on the outside deceiving or you deceiving, but your home life and things of that nature, this week I feel you're going to have some stability there. You might be dealing with stuff mentally and internally, but you are going to be having a balance, or this is where it's going to stem. It came out kind of on the side, so it could be both. So you could start out with it being good, but then you could also have some issues because of that moodiness and things that were happening. And then this is your future card, and it says not for you. Okay, but you got it in reverse. So I think there's some stuff in your life that's going to come to the forefront, and there's going to be some things that you realize they're not for you, or the person that you want to be with or you want to stay with is not supposed to be with you. something of that job that you wanted, or you're going to lose something or whatever. The creation thing that maybe you started before, or something you're thinking of doing, it's going to say, it's not for you. That's not part of what I want for you. That's, so I think it's going to be a realization, or something's going to come to head, or someone's going to leave, or something is going to be done, and you're going to see that it's not for you. And I feel like you're going to have a good home life because you got good cards. This is your home life for the week ahead. And the tribe talks about belonging, being a part of a group, belonging to a group, whether you lead it, whether you follow it, but it's that you're wanted and you feel like you're part of the group. So your family unit is probably going to be very strong, very comfortable this week. You're going to feel like you're wanted and needed. The Fates is your love. This card is the Serenity Prayer. It's accepting the things that you can fix and the things that you can't. But basically it's the Serenity Prayer. You gotta stop. You can't worry about the things that you can't change. There are certain things that are going to be happening in your love life, and and it's not always bad. It's just saying that there are certain things you can fix and there's certain things you can't, and you need to just go with the flow, basically. So I think you've got some things in your love life. Either people are going to unfold into your life, or they're going to leave, or you're going to see that maybe that person at this time is not for you. Maybe that person that you are thinking on to leave it's gonna be that you realize that's not the person you're supposed to be with, and you're supposed to be with the person you are with, something of that nature. I don't know your situation, but know that the fates is usually things that you have no control over, or things that are brought into your life. It's kind of like this pandemic. You can't do anything about it. You can't change it. You just have to find a way to get through it. That's what it's telling you. You can't control the situations that are happening. And it could be that it's nothing you've done. It's a part of life. It's a part of the transition. It's part of not for you. Whatever it may be. So take that as it resonates with the people you love. So I'm not sure what's going to be happening or what's going to unfold, but it's saying that there's certain things that are going on that maybe have nothing to do with you, and you can't change them. You can't fix them. There's nothing you can do but just pray for strength to get through whatever you're dealing with, or to just embrace it for what it is. This is your career, a leg up. That means you could be excelling or getting some extra stuff. Leg up is help, whether you're giving it or receiving it, okay? So you either need to help somebody in their career, or somebody's going to be helping you, okay? And that's for next week. This is just a weekly thing. And then this is your finances, and this is truth be told. And I think this is the reality of where you are in your financial walk. Because when the truth be told, it's like accepting where you're at, accepting who you are, things like that, things at face value. And when it's in reverse, I believe you're living in denial. Okay, so if you're not really accepting where you're at with your finances, or you live in this fantasy world, or you think you can still spend, or whatever the case may be, you need to come out of denial. And you need to really see the truth, or you need to understand this week. You need to dig into your finances, your life, your situations dealing with your finances, and you need to see where you are. Maybe your mate takes care of the bills, and you need to say, okay, I need to know where we are, because maybe you have a joint thing, but your money maybe isn't as prominent, or their money isn't as prominent. You need to really be honest with the other person, with yourself, how far and what you can spend your finances on, what you can do realistically. Okay, so evaluate and don't live in denial. That's the key word for it. Don't live in denial as to what you have or what you don't have. Okay, guys, that's just a quick little read. I hope you enjoy. Just take the warnings. It's not meant to be scary or anything. It's just to pre-warn you to be maybe getting yourself ready, praying for strength. Okay, Lord, I don't know if this is what's going to happen, but give me strength if it does. That type of a thing. It's connecting with your spiritual side, talking to your soul, and asking, okay, I'm going through something. What are you trying to show me? When you're going through challenges or trials, you're usually being taught something. Okay, so don't go through a challenge and not learn something from it. Take it and grow from it. Guys, my name is Yolanda Roos, and this is Body, Mind, and Soul.